Dave Skiing, the place to see. Once again, y'all, back with another one. Just chilling, cold kicking it. The smooth choice with the mellow voice. I'm going to talk about how criminality seeps more and more into hip-hop over time. It seeps in a lot. Why does it seep in so much? Well, the reasons are obvious, because there's so many atheists at the top that run and control everything from the World Economic Forum to the Creative Disease Center to the accelerationists that want to kill, crush, and destroy all the souls of men in an extreme, illusionary, sneaky kind of way. And to the modern day Sanhedrin that run all media. These are all obvious to men that have already reached the Enlightenment, but the carnal-minded folk, overindulged carnivorous folk, might not see it like this. So these are all just my own personal opinions on things. We're going to go into a couple of stories here. We're not going to go too dark with it though. With this episode, we're going to get into a couple of stories of how I avoided the drug game, and we still managed to pop off a nice little label without diving into the criminal elements. I think you might enjoy this show here. It's a little bit gully, but we're not going to go too dark with it. And there's a slight profanity here and there. It's only shown for emphasis and authenticity inside of situations of frustration. You know, when you're studying various forms of street cultures and blue-collar life in general, the profanity here and there will allow for mature audiences to get a stronger grasp and a heightened mental spirit, and like the Dreads say, that I visualization and overall better understanding of how all these subcultures function offline in the real world. So just reminding everyone that 2D Talks is very much only for mature audiences. Shouts out, of course, to Father Lux, the beat consultant, Batman on the beats, J Smooth and them, J Mizar, DJ J Mob, D128, all the Insomniac crew from back in the days, my homie Herb Chulo in the house. Alright, let's kick it. Y'all want to rhyme over this beat? Be my guest, get your rhymes ready. Yo, let's do this. 2D Talks, y'all. Check it out. Let's go. Let's go.
Dave Ski. Earth's Crash.
Very
2D Talks.
Live every day.
Another day.
Like it's your last one. Oh yeah.
Big up Father Lux.
Let's organize reasoning and knowledge. Spent 2 more years to get through college. Doesn't really matter anymore anyways, cause knowledge of the gods lasts more always. All the way until this day. Yep, all the way until this day. You wanna front? What? Yo, peace goes out to the gods. Yes. In the house, check it out.
Dave Ski. Another week. 2D Talks. 2 dudes talking about all kind of shit. Yo, you want to spit? Time to get right, to pick up the mic. Time to get right, so pick up the mic. 1, 2, 3.
Mic's on?
Hit it.
Keep on.
Keep flowing. Yo, check it out. Dave Ski in the place to be. In the house. Yeah. It's gonna be a pretty intriguing show, man. We're gonna talk about the criminal culture inside of hip hop. We're not gonna go too dark with it. Just a couple stories here and there. One in particular, when I was super green. I was green as Gumby, dog. With a green headband, with a green condom, playing Touch a Four-Leaf Clover by Atlantic Star while sitting on the bench, playing for the Celtics, third string. He just got signed because he was so damn green. That's how green I was, bro. Humble as a mug, Dave Ski in the place to be. You know what? Here to remind everyone that you need to detox. Free your mind and your ass will follow. The mellow choice with the golden voice in the cybersphere is Dave Ski, my dear, oh dear. Let's get it in. To detox. Homies are texting me up while I'm talking on the mic. Two dudes talking about all kind of shit. To detox. In effect mode like a protect code.
You know it.
Herb Scratch is coming soon. Father Lux is always hitting me up on the text machine. Herb Scratch too, but he's having some little illness, some ill problems. I gotta get him on the mic though as soon as he gets through these little problems he has. We're gonna pray for him though. But check it. Consider us the new improved Pro Mental Shitback Wash Psychosis Enema Squad. Here to let you guys know that you need to detox. Check it. At least every other day or so. You know what I'm saying? Free your mind, your ass will follow. So I'm just gonna maybe go through an organic story that I had when I was putting out some records underneath the Jurassic Records imprint independent label. Once again, mid-90s era. Didn't understand that you couldn't really have a business organization without a criminal side of it. I was just so green to that, man. I thought you could actually own and run a record label without crime involved. But most labels out there, man, some type of an element was involved so that they can get the money and air quote launder it through the rap, hip hop labels and artistry, what have you. You know, I actually thought you could actually do it with regular blue-collar money or whatever if you got paid close to 6 figures, live off 50, use the other 50 to make a label and produce and get a production company and grow it exponentially. Man, you know what I mean? I just didn't understand how it was all relatable to crime in the streets. And the crime in the streets, one guy that's in the streets could flip money, put it on a rap label and make it successful enough so that you can take the records in the boxes, ship them to a wholesaler, you know, a one-stop or a major distributor and ship, you know, 200,000 copies. In order to press 200,000 copies by yourself, you know what I mean, how much do you need? Well, let's take a look. It's like 100 vinyl recordings, custom records with the color jackets, vinyl, whatever. Basic is what, 100 for $1,300. So throw some zeros on that. 100,000, 1.3 million. If you sell them all at $15 a pop, you make back 1.5 million. But you better sell them all, then you can make back a $200,000 profit. That's if you're just basically pressing up 100,000 copies. But you have to have them shit shipped to the stores immediately after you press them. And you don't want them shit sitting around. The label's got to be hot. All these different variables that I didn't even think about when I was doing my thing with the Jurassic Records imprint. That was the imprint, the label, independent, the one that was the predecessor to the Insomniac record label that is put out. So Jurassic Records was kind of like the stepping stone for the Insomniac label. Israel, DJ Iz, he's editor-in-chief of Insomniac magazine, world's only hip-hop trade magazine. So, you know, this was all early 90s, mid-90s, just prehistoric times when we was trying to put together labels and trying to figure out how the record game worked. And I was just trying to robust mindset. Yo, let's get these sales, man. Let's bum rush the show and hit the stores heavy with some products so we can move records big time. I was in that mindset. So we had a little bit of a hitter and we was trying to kick a field goal with it and see if we can't springboard some sales on a single. Get the invoice net 90 or whatever back. Nice little soft P&D deal to move 50, 80, maybe 100,000 if it gets a good second or third push. You know, clock $250,000 off of a good single, then take that and flip it into an album. That's what we was thinking about. That was the theory, but come on, man, that shit was. And yo, when you're dealing with criminal cultures and not having any type of wisdom or understanding with it, you know what I mean? It's like, man, you ain't gonna move no records, man, if you're not in some type of a lane that is going to embrace you with your particular styles of recordings. Being that we was into this East Coast, deep East Coast type hip hop, man, that's a criminal lane. I mean, it's, you know what I mean? You can't really deny it. It's like a criminal lane, even though it wasn't a deep ass criminal lane back then, like it is now. But the potential for crime and money laundering was there, and we didn't understand any of that shit. We was trying to do it in a regular square way, and you know, we made some moves, but the moves couldn't really be a major uppercut combination punch knockout so we could win the game. Okay, so we pressed up a little 12-inch single just to experiment and see how do we get something popping? How do we get a East Coast sound record label in the South to pop off and get sales with a decent one-stop or a decent small-time list of distributors? So we was trying to, you know, do our thing, breaking the industry. This is kind of right before Israel was doing his thing with the Insomniac record label. We was messing around with Drastic Records. That was like the pre-setup to Insomniac label. We were just kind of learning and growing at the same time, trying to figure out how to do this. But once again, man, since I was so green to everything, I didn't know that there was a major criminal element that was involved in everything. Well, I shouldn't say all the labels, but most. It just seems like most of the rap labels, man, especially the independents, they had something going on. You know, years later, I discovered all this stuff. They had something going on behind the scenes to where they're just trying to get the money clean in order to get the rap label up so nobody could pretty much F with them, since they're quote unquote legit through the label. And this is like basic common street knowledge, but I didn't have none of this. I didn't have none of this type of knowledge, man. Didn't know shit from shoe polish, dog. Didn't know nothing about it. Plus, so once again, way before the internet, even though I was so willing to learn, I was ready to just get my learn on about all of this. But no internet, there's no way of learning, no mentors, nothing. Just had to go out there and try to do something. I just knew that we had talent, we had beat machines, rhyme skills, hip hop, pretty much hip hop fans at the beginning, and we just turned fandom into these companies that were like, yeah, well, we can rock some records, man. You know, bust out a quality ass hip hop label and start rocking this shit. You know, I was thinking like, why not? You know what I mean? We had some bread. We was working blue collar jobs, but they was paying pretty good money, decent money. We was single, weren't really locked down with a conventional lifestyle. So, you know, we just kind of was like, yo, man, let's get it going. So when you get a rap label going and you don't really have big money to fund it, you know what I mean? You're gonna start thinking all kind of different crazy stuff to figure out how to get the money to press more and market more. Just lost in the sauce, dog. You know what I mean? Just lost out there, bro. The record industry matrix will have a nigga lost like a mug, man. Your head to be spinning, not knowing what to do, how to gain any type of leverage to get ahead in that game. So I was thinking, you know, you need some ads in the source. You know, you gotta soak the source with your ads and then get on regular television, terrestrial TV, maybe one of those music box channels, and have Big Apple Media put your snipes up all over the city. I mean, like a big time fancy advertising budget that we didn't have. And I'm thinking to myself, man, we can pursue that, hook up with a street connect, and then just get some heavy bread to push a major marketing campaign so that we can get into the 200 to 300,000 sales. Oh man, so green. So let's just tell you the story real quick, what happened, and then we'll give you the lesson learned. Man, all right, so picture me back then, still pretty much kids, man. 18, 19, 20, 21, just kids, man. In the 90s, no internet, green as a mug, green Martian, alien green, green as Gumby, Gazoo green. Trying to get a street connect to sell them on a record label theory. This is it. Yeah, but it's like, man, when I was that young, I didn't have any fear, man. You know, still chisel chest, knocking up 245 on a bench press with a pause 20 times, you know, 3 sets of 20, doing crazy weight training. Had the body of Adonis, I was ready to do. I mean, I felt like Luke Cage, like a mug, man. I just was ready to do shit. It is too. You know, he was down to do shit too. More structured than my kind of plans, but still. So went out there, I was like, yo, fuck it, man. If that's what I gotta do to get these records out, man, let's go get a street connect and see if I could sell this shit. Because man, I was connected to a couple dudes just through high school and living 2 blocks over from the black neighborhood in Orlando, which was Lake Man, Ivy Lane, Richmond Heights, Carver Shores. You know, those areas predominantly black, and all my homies kind of lived over there. Dudes I went to high school with, they was always connected to dudes. A lot of people from those black neighborhoods in Orlando was in the game, but in the southern drug game, I mean, the mentality is just so different. I'm thinking like, well, maybe I could just connect with one and try to see his opinion on moving a record label in a criminal vein and going legit through a record label. It's just hilarious how this shit is, man. I'm just thinking back in my head about how this all went down. So the neighborhoods, the black neighborhoods in Orlando, I was maybe 6 blocks over in the Catalina Isle neighborhood, which was a little bit like, you know, 8 minutes away from Richmond Heights, Richmond States. These neighborhoods in Orlando, the vibe was very similar to like Callio Projects, B-Dub, you know, Magnolia Projects, Liberty City, Miami, you know, the Memphis, Orange Mound, 5th Ward, Houston style. Even though I've never been to these hoods, but I, you know, studied all the tapes and from Luke to 8-Ball and JG to Ghetto Boys, studying everything from. Used to get the CDs and tapes and stuff and try to study the different styles, and kind of the vibes that were extremely similar to all of these different hoods. I could feel it, you know, the energy in Orlando comparative to all these other different hoods through studying the tapes. The homes over there are beautiful though. Richmond States, Richmond Heights, the houses are nicely built. It's kind of like the illusions of Los Angeles, but just to give you the taste of the vibe of the brothers, you know. The homies that I was hanging with, the homies that I went to school with, had pretty much the same vibe as those hoods from all these different southern playlistic areas. Okay, so enough of the prefacing. One day, after the first maybe couple of pressings of the Wutang single that we had, which was a horrible decision to do this, but went with the record, had a nice little sample of the recordings in the trunk, and I was ready to go get a connect to see if we couldn't get a plan up to have him press the records, and then we'll shoot him out to a one-stop, maybe do like a nice, halfway decent, huge advertising campaign, like an independent, but a major independent would do, and put it on TV, put the snipes up so we can get a nice distribution deal. Shoot them records in the store 200,000 deep to sell at $8 a copy and get maybe like $4.50 to $5 a copy off the record. This was the plan in my head. So we needed a good little stash to get the label up and running. Went to the hood. My homie O introduced me to, well, let's call him Mel Kwan. He introduced me to Mel Kwan and said, hey man, he's got the connect. He's gonna hook you up and let you see if you can get this label started with his people. Man, so dumb. Mel Kwan looked me up and down, man, slowly. Put his hand on his chin, was going like, You know what I'm saying? Like looking at me like, damn, this nigga is so green. Man, I know I could use him in some type of a deal so we can come up on the street level. So Mel Kwan was like trying to see the vibe of his persona. He was like a happier Fontaine mixed with remember Dutch on the trap. So yeah, John Boyega, his character Fontaine, hardcore dealer out there doing D, serving it up, mixed with like I mean, he was like a happier dealer. He was like more like Dutch from trap. So since he was kind of a happier type of a dude, he wasn't really that hardcore to just snuff you and rob you like that. Not if he was cool with homies in the hood like that. So he was down to drop some gems. That's what Mel Kwan did. He dropped some gems. Hopped in the whip and we set it off. Had the
99
Diamante joint, the 99 Diamante whip. Hopped in there, threw the AC on. He started just, give me the rundowns, man. Throwing a lot of information on me. I was trying to soak it up, but my little green mind, still kind of tunnel vision on how to run this label. So he was like this. Mel Kwan was like, all right, man, you trying to get some money, huh? You trying to help sell them records, huh? Yeah, we gonna get this money today then, man. You know what I'm saying? We gonna try to do it then, you know what I mean? We gonna get some money for you, man. Yeah, man. Come on, man, we gonna do this. I mean, he was in a vibe, man. That was real heisty. He was ready to pull the heist. I couldn't even see it. I'm trying to imitate a southern dialect that I can't really do. Well, let's give it a try. This is Mel Kwan.
Alright, player, you know. Alright, player, check this out, though. You know, we gonna run some things today, you know what I'm talking about? We gonna get your money, baby. We gonna rock this thing, get your money for these rockets. You trying to sell that thing? Or we gonna do it? Yeah, I'm trying to tell you, boy. Follow me, I'm gonna show you what to do, Yo, I'm gonna show you what to do. I'm gonna let you see my people, and we gonna show you what's happening.
Man, we gonna get this money today, boy. Watch it learn, youngin'. You know what I'm talking about? Watch it learn. So yeah, Mel Kwan was kind of like that, like Anthony Johnson. Remember Anthony Johnson played Blue in the first I Got the Hook Up. Imagine Anthony Johnson all rocked off, golds in the mouth, and mixed with Dutch. Mike Epps played him in Trap. Boisterous, kind of happy, funny dealer. He used to serve weed in people's hands. Like dudes would walk up trying to get served, man. He wouldn't even have a jewelry bag. He just poured it in your hand and shit. Like pour a gram in your hand. That's Mel Kwan was just silly like that. So didn't know what the hell I was doing. He got in the car dropping gems on me, and he was saying, man, so you trying to get in the game a little bit, huh? What you trying to do now? You trying to get money for the records? Well, it's like this, man. You know, you jump in, jump out, and you can't do that. You know, we're gonna take a little ride and see what you're gonna do with this. But remember, man, you know, you're gonna go deep in it. You're gonna go deep in it. Whatever you want to do, we're gonna see what you're gonna do. So he was like being intentionally vague about what was gonna happen. He wasn't really precisely letting me know what was up with the excursion, because, you know, straight hustler, man. He was like a ghetto Yogi Berra, like a dark-skinned ghetto, rocked off in the mouth, all gold Yogi Berra, saying crazy vague shit. We're gonna gavel everything, and it's gonna steal your heart. And we ain't gonna pull no heist until you get robbed. Gold Dayton's or a car on blocks. Which one you want? Setting it all up in his mind. So we go to another spot and pick up, check this out, man. We pick up a white couple, tall, slim white dude, looked like a classy gay white guy. And then he had a chick with him. Pick those people up. We head to the mall. We go to one of the malls close to downtown Orlando, and we go, you know, we're about to do some stuff here. So, meanwhile, I'm just in the driver's seat, man, thinking like, yo, I'm about to go meet a super duper connect to see if we can't lay out a plan to flip records. You know, my mind was just blown. I'm just all focused on trying to move records in a major way, because, you know, I seen the stories from Jay Prince and Swap House and them, because my homies in Orlando used to give me the tapes, and I would study those guys. And then I'm like, yo, man, if Jay Prince and Harry O can pull some shit like this and take stupid money from the game and flip it on a dope ass record label, major independent, get an imprint, move 200,000 copies a week. I mean, I was just thinking of some crazy shit like that. That's some shit that's so impossible. But I was thinking like we could do it if I can get a smooth connect. But man, yo, stupid, dumbass moves, man. So we're in the car, we get out the car, we go to the mall. This motherfucker, man, Mel Kwan, just, yo, he cases the joint out so smooth. I'm all just oblivious to all of this bullshit, because I don't know what the hell's going on. I'm just thinking I'm about to go meet cat that's gonna put motherfuckers on with these records. So we go into the spot, man. I'm like, all right, maybe he's trying to get something done or something before we go meet the head guy. Man, the way he cased this joint out, man, you know, his spidey senses finally start tingling. And I'm like, man, this guy is not looking like a regular guy in the store. The dude was casing the joint out, man. He immediately got the two people, the couple, went and distracted some managers with looking at rings or some shit. So then the white girl peels off the white dude and goes with him to do certain to look at certain clothing in the store. So the white managers that's in the store is picturing Mel Kwan as like an assistant or a helper or some type of a butler-esque position for this white couple. So they're looking at him like he's not even shit. He's not, you know what I mean? He posed the whole scam to where he looks like he's not shit to a manager in the store. So when the white lady comes over to him with some shopping bags, I'm like, damn, bro, this motherfucker just smooth starts stuffing shit. Just all around the store, man, starts stuffing and casing shit. Just like, wow, he was so smooth with that shit. Like the dudes is doing card tricks in Vegas and like a magician, man. He was just cold stuffing all kind of shit. So then they mix it up. The white dude was the slim, tall, classy gay white guy was actually purchasing things. Mel Kwan and the white lady was stuffing shit. He looked like an assistant to these people. So the managers wasn't even tripping at all. And then he kind of walks past me as I'm pretending to look at haberdashery on another side. He's like, yo, walks past me, doesn't really look at me at all. He just goes, yo, man, go get the car real quick, swing to the front real quick. And I'm like, I'm just like, you know, I couldn't even like feel normal at all because this shit's actually going down where he's casing like a major section of a store in a mall. It was like on a high-end joint, like like the Dillard's, Lloyd and Chandler style stores. So I just kind of blazed out, trying to be as smooth as possible. Bring the Diamante whip to the front, close to the front of the parking lot where it's not too conspicuous. Pull up, man. I'm like, heart's kind of racing a little bit. I'm not knowing what's going on. Just cranking the AC. Got the car right there. These fools come out chilling, like nothing's going on at all. Motherfucker pop the trunk, boom, throws in 2, 3, maybe 4 bags full of shit. I don't even know what was in there, but since I seen the white guy purchasing shit, I mean, this shit just looks so legit the way Mel Kwan cased it and did it. It looked like just a cool middle class white couple buying some shit on a weekend shopping spree type thing. Man, I was like, whoa, man, smooth criminal all the way live, like a motherfucker. That was the Heights, man. We had some real smooth hustlers in that neighborhood, man. So we drop off the couple. Then Mel Kwan gets the goods. He has his goods in the trunk. The couple is, you know, whatever, they cool, drop them off. Then Mel Kwan looks at me. He's in the shotgun. I'm driving the car. He's in the shotgun side, and he's like, "All right, man, you wanna keep going? You wanna continue?" You know what I'm saying? So he's kind of testing me out, saying, "All right, man, how deep this motherfucker wanna go?" Because we just cased some shit up. I feel bad. I felt irregular, but you know, I was like, "Fuck, man." I was still thinking about the dream. I was still fucked up. Didn't understand the depth of the con that he just pulled on a nigga, and I was like, "Fuck, man." I'm just trying to meet the connect so I can talk about flipping some records. Still green. Just still being stupid as fuck to this shit. So I was like, and plus, since Mel Kwan was so affable, you know, the dude was like the jokester, man, cool, funny dude, just funny ass hustling dude, man. So I say, let's go, man, let's do this. Let's go meet the connect. All right, so we go down to another spot in the city close to the O-Arena. You know, that's not the Amway Center. Before it was the Amway Center in Orlando. The Magic used to play in the O-Arena. O-Arena, Reggie Diaz and 3D used to play at. So around that area is some harsh ghettos. Mel Kwan took me to a harsh side of the ghetto around the O-Arena area. And we parked kind of like a parallel park outside of this one building. And that building looked fucked up. The building looked terrible, dog. I'm kind of doing a stink face. I'm like, man, this is some bullshit. Here we go again. I'm just trying to follow through, park the car, and we get out to this garbage, stank-ass building, and fiends are outside. There's some female fiends out there. Mel Kwan is about to introduce me to this cat. So he looks back at me, he goes, all right, man, you ready to do this? You gonna meet the key? You gonna meet the guy, man? I say, all right, man. So I'm a little bit hesitant at this point. I don't really know if I really want to follow through with this shit because it just feels all the way fucked up. Got Georgia like a motherfucker. So I'm sitting there in the back of my mind like, man, let me just get this shit over with. Man, in this dirty ass, fucked up ass building, This dude comes down the stairs. As he walks out, Mel Kwan goes, "Yo, man, it's my homie right here, man. It's Dave. He want to meet you, man. Talk a little business, you know, the entertainment shit." Man, this dude comes out the fucked up building. The cleanest outfit that I've ever seen in my life, man. Like a red and white joint with the white pants to the knees, cargo shorts with the glistening patent leather white black Air Jordan with the, you know, some red velour golf shirt, real creased up, dope fitted cap draped in gold. Not monster jewelry, but you know, thick, major glistening herringbones flat on the shirt. Motherfucker look clean as fuck, and you know, this dirty ass garbage fiends around. Like, I'm looking at this whole scene, taking it in, and I'm like, all right, man. I'm just shaking my head, looking low like that. I can't fuck with this shit at all, man. It's just fucking stank. It's just horrible. This shit felt like garbage. So we talked a little bit. Mel Kwan was kind of feeling my spirit, like, yeah, he's not with this shit, man. So Mel, he don't get no product from the dude right there. Mel kind of eases up the conversation, and we break it up, and he's like, all right, I'll holler at you later. And then Mel walks me back to the car, and we blaze out and talk a little bit more in the car. And I'm just kind of glad that it's semi over with. I just can't wait to drop Mel off and get him the fuck out of my car with all this hot ass shit. Just heart medium racing, but I'm like, man, I can't believe this shit went this way. It could have went a lot worse, of course, but I'm just thinking to myself, fuck it, man. Took a chance, didn't want to get involved in that lane, so dropped off Mel. Pretty much never saw that guy again from that route. You know what I'm saying? It's like, this is it, man. I still had a soul. I still got conscious and shit. I couldn't really dive into that fucking lane because I'm still have a good soul and heart. So from that moment, we went trying different routes, man. Instead of going a criminal route, let's go a different route. And we tried to go from there, just start studying the NARM, the NARM route. Start getting prepared for the NARM galas. And once again, all this stuff is studying. Back then, before the internet, you just had to read shit, get your knowledge up through reading different books and connects through all the different conventions. So the NARM was the highest level convention of white connections that you needed to get yourself in the motherfucking door with a sweet ass distribution deal to get your product in stores. That's the NARM, the NARM convention, National Association for Retailing Merchandisers. So that was the next step to get into that. Go the legit route from the giddy up, get a connect. He can put that product in a whole bunch of stores and then start shipping units on a lower level. So even though that is a criminal route as well, it's not like real street crime, but it's like, you know, these white dudes in suits that own distribution companies, they'll rob your ass too, like a motherfucker. And that's a whole other conversation that we'll do later. But you know, it was more of a fun route, going the NARM route, because you knew you weren't really doing straight up street shit.
White collar.
You know, it was a lot of white collar dealings with those guys because they'll rob you on a paperwork level. You'll send them invoices, and then after your net 90 is finished and your records are sitting in different types of chains, you send them an invoice, and then, you know, they won't pay it, and then you'll sit there with your ass out, man, cold motherfucking robbed. That's how they do it. It's not street, but it feels like street, but it's all white collar. That's the dark side of the norm. If you get in there, with a wrongful type of dude that don't really like you that much, don't like your product, they'll straight rob you like a motherfucker. I mean, the cool ones were what? Land Speed, Caroline, Fat Beats, a few others. You'd have to really luck up and land a deal with one of those guys. Most of the wholesalers and distributors were just straight up trash, man. They would be itching to just rob your ass or to slam a door in your face, but you had to keep trying to get that connect, you know? So, what's the lesson here? Well, yeah, man, the street shit really ain't for everybody. There's different ways of getting in the industry. That's what we were thinking about back then. We were just trying to carve out a way to get in without having to do the street shit. We didn't make a big ass slap, but we made a couple of medium slaps. Yeah, man, it's wild. Like, you can look at the picture here of all that stuff. This is like partial, really. You had more product than this too. It's a good little picture here of all the different records, album covers, and products that we had shaped up, created, and got out there. But it's just wild to see all this type of product and not having any type of a criminal element. You know what I mean? It just wound up going through every situation with lousy ass distribution. You know, it's like, damn, these types of, take a good look at that picture, man. These types of products, and couldn't even go ghetto gold. Couldn't even get a nice 300,000 slap on one of them bitches. It's like, damn, lousy distribution, man. I mean, rocking with all these artists. The Insomniac label, man, that was a tight little label, man. It just hooked it up. You got to give a nice little applause. That was a tight little label back then. Some good products, but, something was just kind of off. Some spiritual shit was just off that motherfuckers just couldn't hit that home run, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn. MF Doom, Kool Keith, Mortal Tech, West, which was Diplo, Da Vinci. All the motherfuckers, man, was a part of those products, and just couldn't get a nice Caroline type of a major independent distribution set to just ship them shits out, and just to clock a nice little pile of coin and get another part of the label off the ground to get into other ventures and shit. Yeah, matter of fact, man, anybody, just try to think, man, off the top of my head, anybody that can do a label and a publication out the garage, like some basement type shit with those caliber of products, and to have all of that shit coming out pretty much on a consistent basis with no type of no criminal elements at all. It's like hip. We were just hip squares, man. Squares in the game, hip ass squares, not doing no dirt, putting out some dynamite ass product, man. Anybody that can do some shit like that. Yo, man, I'll put up a yard right now if you can find anybody that can do that type of shit. Make that shit flourish with hella product with no criminal elements. Holla at your boy, man. Yeah, man. We were just like that old song, Huey Lewis in the News, Hip to Be Square, Smashing Pumpkins, 1979. A lot of Depeche Mode type shit, all that European new wave type funk. The Insomniac vibe was like that kind of vibe. And we were pushing out all this hardcore rap, but our vibe, the vibe of the label was real mellow, man. Not even on the rah-rah hardcore kingpin drug dealer type crazy shit. So we just had to try to figure out how to pursue other routes. We just had to figure out how to get in on different types of routes. And eventually we got some product out there. We'll talk about the NARM maybe in a couple, 2-3 episodes up. We'll try to discuss a story that happened at a couple of the NARM conventions. And one in particular that was here in Orlando that was it was bomb ass, man. Those NARM conventions were bomb, because you could really meet some powerful motherfucking connects at the NARMs. And we'll talk about that on the next couple shows. And as always, if you're enjoying these shows, you can always put something up on the Skyber Quick Pay. 407-260-8186, 407-260-8186. Check skyber.org. SKYBER.org for all the details for the Skyber Quick Pay on Google Play and App Store. You know what I'm saying? You slap me $100 or more on the Skyber Quick Pay, I definitely shout you out. Plus, you can get publishing. If you put up that much, you get publishing on your art, hip hop, if you're a producer, MC, anything, group. Yeah, you get publishing on that shit. So just hit me up for the details and all that, or you can go ahead and slap something on that if you want to just get prizes. You hook us up and we'll hook you up. So check that out. Skyber.org. All right, so that's that. All right, thanks for walking with me on this installment of 2D Talks. And just to continue to reiterate, this channel is really just comfortable, timeless nostalgia on the good times of America. Not to hark on any painful subjects throughout this show. Well, painful for me, but you can take this pain that I deliver and try to help yourself to navigating through the system more easier. Just once again to learn from the plight of our own sorrows. You know what I mean? This is a channel for regular guys cold kicking it, man. Just to relax, let your dreads down, relax a little bit. Coming from a middle class hood kind of dude, going through the struggle in a different way. We're just non-street guys, but hood dudes trying to elevate and boost No big pun intended. But just to boost and spark a refurbished mindset of people trying to get back into the middle class. You gotta get that thing back together, because the middle class, man, that's what made this country great, man, really. I'm not gonna go into that right now. Maybe on some future installments. That's a hell of a topic right there. Class structures in America, comparison and contrast. Yeah. But let's end this show real quick and we'll get out of here. You want to end the show on some rhymes? Let's see. Hold on. All right. You know the deal. We do 3 rhymes. First person to send in what you think it is. You know the answer. You know the artist, album. Any type of information you have on these rhymes, send it in my Skyber Gmail or skyberteamdolemite at protonmail. I will get you a little prize. You know, get you a little something on the Skyber. No, we can do $30, right? Hit you up a little bit. All right. First rhyme. We went from African kings to Martin Luther King. Now they want to make us all Rodney King so they conspire to murder for hire. Is the world just a big cup of water trying to douse the black fire? Is it because I'm the man that you brought to this land and rose above being labeled as a field hand? I mean, hustle a trade in the 9th grade. I figured out a way to get paid before I got laid. But either way, I got my hands in a cup. I got my grill guarded and I knuckled up because it's real tough. Every time they held me down, I got tough. Yeah, y'all remember that? All right, next rhyme. Damn, trying to beat this clock. All right. Got hoes round star text balling by chirps. And you're going to need a nurse flip a home deck. Coming home third base like Search. And I'm nice like Pete. Been nice since watching Pete and Pete. When you're cop chronic, you don't got chicks. Sounding like the Nickelodeon theme song, kid. Nick, no Nick.
When I call a weed man, you a cop, big.
So much in the back room when I tell the kids Detroit is in this bitch. Whoa. Detroit is in this bitch. All right, last rhyme. We still getting money, bitches still acting funny. They want to hold something they can't get shit from me. Back on the block, passing the rock. Got my young squad, you don't want them bastards to pop. Rhyme veteran, ready to get it in. Way before 5th, I was hated by many men. When I come through the hood, you know I'm creeping, leave you leaking. Missile heat sinking. Nothing to talk about, 4 pound in the mouth, New York in the house. I dare you to walk it out, straight business, fight to the finish. Niggas get their mottos diminished, I mean business. Millionaire rappers still wanna envy me. Wish there was many me. I'm sick on any beat. Yo, okay, you know what to do. Send in the information, get a prize. First one to do it gets the hookup. If anybody sends something in after somebody wins the prize, you know, we'll dap you up, shout you out on the show. All right. One love, Dave Ski, I'm out. Peace. Yo. Skyber Hospitality Tipping App, man. We about it.
This is Master P. To all my No Limit soldiers, check out the Skyber App. The hospitality app that anyone can customize, download, make a worker's account. You create the work. You heard me? Search Skyber Service on Google Play in the App Store.
Skyber Hustle, baby.
Skyber.org.
Hey, yo, Dave Ski here, captain of the Skyber app. Understand me, please. Check it out. You gotta have a little bit of game to get on this. It's for us, by us. You dig? It was designed to help bellmen, porters, shuttlers make more tip money by collaborating to get first-class customers quicker. But any civilian can trick it out. Skyber can do many other things. You dig? Put your info. That's for the bank, so you can retrieve your money, tips, publishing commissions. You still nervous? Put in your significant other's information. As long as you got a joint account, it's all good.
But that's game.
Don't listen too slow. Need more info? Reach out through skyber.org. I'll be glad to walk you through the rundowns. Skyber app. Players get your hustle on. Oh, yeah.
Skyber.org.
Man, what the fuck is this motherfucker saying, man? All that shit this motherfucker's talking, man. What the fuck does this app do, man? Get to the point, my nigga. Shit.
Trouble T. Roy McClory here. Allow me to assist. Very simple. Remember the time that you worked in the hotel or you was a concierge and people didn't have cash to tip you? Well, with Skyber, now they can. Remember that time the hotel phones went down because of some power outage and you couldn't get through to the front desk to order your shuttle? Well, If the shuttle driver has the app on his phone, now you can order the shuttle driver on Skyber. You see all these FBAs online talking about group economics with no solutions? Skyber has group economic solutions right on your phone. Guest account, worker account. Guest pays the worker. Parents to guests, workers to seed. Pay a continuous allowance to your seed. Get cash rewards after 7 weeks. Simply put, simply done. Do it today and get a $5 advance from signing on after hearing this announcement. Just send your request in. Email us through skyber.org. Once again, thank you for your comprehensive listening. Stay healthy, stay blessed. And to all the blue-collar workers out there that already have Skyber teams on the app, thank you for your services. There's way more to life than just chicken wings and pig's feet.
Oh man, love this show.